We don't always notice the sounds around us. Each sound contributes to the way we perceive and experience our world. When I started making music, I was like 12 years old. But just, you know, like a game. It was just like drawing a picture or doing a painting or something, you know? Just wanted to make something. It's kind of like making a collage. That's how I think about making music, kind of making a collage of different stuff. When I first created the song Harlem Shake, it was just messing around and seeing what worked and what didn't work. I put it online and it just became a totally bizarre phenomenon, but a phenomenon nonetheless, and with my song in it. It's been a crazy ride to get to this point. Sometimes it's hard to believe.
A brief history of the Harlem Shake. Harry makes the track Harlem Shake in his bedroom in November of 2011. After circulating the track to a handful of DJs, the song gained club scene traction. By January 2013, the song attracted people across the globe to create their own videos. And in February 2013, the Harlem Shake had officially gone viral. Ultimately, the Harlem Shake helped shape the future of equating Billboard's Hot 100 by including streaming in their overall calculation.
The Harlem Shake, it's afforded me so many opportunities, but there is the other side to it. The fact that it's a label that people want to stick on to my name. It was good and bad. Now I have the opportunity to show people what I can do. I've been working with Nick for a while on an album. He's just got a good ear. He can help me look at something a new way or add something new that I didn't think of. He's really good for creative process.
Harry could process so much more information so fast. He'll crack the code. You know, we call it like problem solving, and he's great at that.
I love to use exotic, different sounds. So I thought it'd be really cool to go to some faraway places and search for sounds. And talk to the people who play the instruments and then hear them play and record it ourselves. Then have all these sounds separate that I can then manipulate into a finished product of some kind.
Here with this project, our only purpose was to create, like we were some kind of musical like Indiana Jones.
So Nick and I set out to discover and record some sounds we had never heard. This was a trip to get out of the comfort zone, find cool, different sounds, and then find the story behind them. One thing that came up was United Arab Emirates.
Real out here.
Very silent life.
Yeah, it's the most quiet place I've ever been in my whole entire life.
You're not used to that.
I can hear my ears ringing. Yeah, it's not like this in New York.
So we went into Bedouin camp.
This is our coffee, the right hand. We take it in right hand always.
Immediately upon arriving, we saw one of the strangest instruments I had ever seen. Usually you think bagpipes from Scotland, but they have them in the UAE too, except they're made of an entire goat. It sounds similar to a bagpipe, but a little more squeaky, a little more jarring.
Amazing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do you have the power to blow into this?
Hell yeah. Hold on.
Great.
Chakram.
Very good.
Can we record the drummers too?
Can we get just you two guys? That was the first exposure to the music of UAE. And from there we went and we found a lot more. sound.
I got it.
Okay.
So are you guys happy with how that's going to come through?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's some juice.
Right hand.
Right hand.
Right hand only.
Yeah, from the right hand. Right
You're lefty too, right?
We're both left-handed.
We noticed camels everywhere, always walking around. We got to record the camel talking a little bit.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you feeling right now? I never thought I'd use a camel grunt in a song, but it's a good sound.
Those are the first cars, basically. Life was about surviving, you know? Like, you couldn't walk to the grocery store and, like, get some almond milk and some eggs and shit. You had to really put in work just to live.
We got to see a falcon trainer with his falcon. He recorded this swoosh of the falcon.
Okay, that's going to be the last one, so I'm going to give it so you can actually catch it. That's it.
Wow.
And she's a peregrine falcon. In Arabic, we call Shaheen.
Shaheen.
We call it in Arabic, so that's a way to get food for the families. That's what I use falcons out here. Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, pleasure.
Yeah, thank
you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's crazy because music it's a way to communicate. You don't even know how to order a coffee in their city, but you could sit down and, like, play a guitar and have a dialogue and bond with someone.
Maybe just, some little short phrases.
Just one phrase, one progression. No, not back and forth.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And that's something I could chop up and loop and stuff. So, yeah, just like a little piece. That's perfect.
When you're doing the hammers and the pull-offs, that's where the quarter tones come from. That's what makes Eastern music much more different than the other.
Shukran.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you very much. We saw this video of this tribe that lives in the mountains, like, doing this chant. It was wild. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is insane. We gotta go see this.
Tell them we say it's dope.
Okay.
Beautiful indeed.
جميل الحقيقة.
Jamil Lagi.
That was immediately the icebreaker, the way to communicate was they knew that we were coming to see their music. So they would perform for us, and it was really awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
What's your name?
My name is Muhammad.
Nick. How do you say respect in Arabic?
تشرفنا.
Sharafna.
شرفت.
And they invited us to go eat with them, go have a meal.
Salam.
It's lunch time, eh?
Lunchtime.
Talk about out of comfort zone, like, we're used to sitting at the table. They sit on the floor, they don't need chairs or anything. They have big plates with the goat and the rice, and they all just grab from it. It's like communal.
We start with the right hand, yeah?
Always.
Guys, you're eating in your hands.
Which part do you take?
As you like, bro, you can take the eye out.
Eyeball?
Yeah.
A little ocular nerve there.
Cool, bro.
That is good.
Yeah, it tastes good.
It's creamy. Can you explain a little bit the chant from today?
They used to use it before when they had war. And when they are like winning in this war, like they have the victory, so they show the proud. This is the proud way like to show. And they use it like to teach the other generation to they not forget that's
Tradition.
Yeah, tradition.
Originally, the tribal chant was used as a form of communication between mountain villages. I thought it was cool how they used the reverb of the mountains to help increase the distance the sound could travel. Now, with modern technology, the tribal chant has evolved into a form of performance that is passed down through the generations to preserve their cultural heritage. I really like that way of preserving old traditions and sounds.
It was good energy. I feel like everything we did, like people wanted to share with us, and I think they were pretty proud that we came there, you know?
I was really excited to get back home and start working on some ideas I had.
These might be the stars of the pack.
Yeah, if you want me to go through anything specific, let me know.
I was very impressed with the sounds we were able to bring back from Dubai. Some of them, like, there's other stuff in the recordings that makes the sound even better. For example, a camel grunting, but then with a little clink of his, like, collar in there, too. And stuff like that, I love.
Goats.
Camel.
And this one is, that one's got that little jingle in it.
It makes it sound more organic because there's a weird other sound in there. Less computery, like a little mistake. And those little mistakes make it sound like human. There's one of Nick playing the goatskin bagpipe. So it's got the sound of the bagpipe and then everyone going, yeah.
I get publishing if I play the goat. My job is to make Harry better.
Maybe see if you can make like a bass line out of something that's not supposed to be a bass.
So today he asked for a bass line, and then I took some of the bells and split them up into notes and stuff, and we could really do so much with so little. And that's a cool thing that computers do help you with.
I think it's crazy how in different parts of the world, people thought of music differently, and they come up with different rules and systems for music. All humans wanted to make music, but they all had a different way of thinking about it. The next stop was Japan, and we wanted something that was as different as possible.
Looking for places that couldn't be more culturally distinct from each other. The UAE and Japan are pretty different.
When we got to Tokyo, we met up with my little brother who had been living in Japan.
How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Domo.
He was excited to introduce me to an ancient form of Japanese imperial court music called gagaku. So when we were going to Japan, I already knew. I was like, we gotta go see some gagaku firsthand.
Take it in your right hand, wash your left hand.
Hey, we're back to this.
Yeah, this sounds familiar.
Put it in your mouth and spit it out. Now we're ready to enter the Shinto shrine.
All right.
We got to go see like a full gagaku performance, and it was crazy. It was really crazy to see it. It's got no repeating parts. It's got no chorus or verses. It's just like a story. It's just like constantly changing.
While we were listening, I was thinking of the origins of the music, and when the music started, recorded music didn't exist, you know? That blows my mind. The only way to come hear music was to go see that. Like now we could trade MP3s or, you know, listen to the radio or whatever, but it just made me think like that was a communal experience for people to like feel low end and watch people perform, and now we take everything for granted.
We got to go see the show, and then the next day go try out the instruments, touch them, and try to play them. The same ones we were seeing played. That made it feel really special.
The difference between other music and gagaku is the pitch of the sound. So these are ryuteki. You can try these, but it's pretty hard to play the sounds, but these are easier. Oh.
And they all look like weird, like alien instruments. And I love that. Like in Star Wars, that like bar, you know, and the aliens are, looks like one of those.
It's like a trumpet kind of, right?
Wow. Look at you.
It is like jazzy.
He's very impressed by you because nobody can play that really easily. So he's super impressed.
Cool.
Yeah.
This one's my favorite. We wanted to get outside of Tokyo and heard Hokkaido, the northern island of Japan, had some interesting natural features and indigenous tribal traditions. We visited a Buddhist temple in Sapporo. We got to sample a variety of traditional drums and gongs. That one's sick. I really like that one. It's tight. That was something I would use, definitely. Awesome. It's cool that we got to go in there. And this monk was super nice and gave his time to show us all the instruments and demonstrate and let us record. And I think those sounds are some of my favorites for sure. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.
Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.
That's all she wrote. We traveled to the Akan mountain range, where there are active volcanoes and a sulfur mountain called Iozan.
We should definitely record this, though.
Yeah, 100%.
This is a riser. Oscillate it.
Oh, yeah.
Put the LFO on.
Riser, baby.
It smells so crazy.
It stinks like crazy. Ugh, it stinks. Can you go up to this one, too? This one's better.
It's cool, man.
Nick and I had heard about an ancient culture that had some unique musical traditions. So we headed to the city of Asayakawa to check it out. Hokkaido is home to the Ainu people, indigenous people, whose culture is dying out right now because, you know, they're sort of being left behind. And they have all these amazing types of music and instruments. There's these certain people, just like Oki, who is half Ainu, trying to keep it alive.
I loved Oki because you could tell he was like a renegade, you know? Like he was just a radical. He was just this dude playing music and trying to keep the tradition alive.
They use their music to communicate with the spirit world. These 4 Ainu ladies, they were a band, and they would perform this traditional Ainu music. That was something that I had truly never heard before, the way these ladies were like singing. And they would kind of go up and down in pitch. I really like that one.
You like it?
That was awesome.
So next, you have to do it?
I believe it's called Jew harp. That's pretty cool that that same instrument exists in opposite parts of the world. But this one, it's a traditional Ainu instrument.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Is that hard to play?
難しい.
Easy.
It's difficult too, but once you get it, it's not so difficult. You know,
Oh, here we go.
Try it.
And then you put it there.
Oh, you have a talent.
Hey. I'm scared. That's my problem.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Don't eat. This is not chicken bone, you know, don't eat it.
This is the best fun you guys have had all week, huh? I'm gonna buy one of these from you, man. And next time you see me, I'm gonna do it professional.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I promise.
And then Oki showed us a stringed instrument called the tankori.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go eat and drink something. Can you drink?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Good to see an American guys, you know? I listen to the sound that you made for Harlem Shake. That you made?
Yeah, I made that.
So you made it in your bedroom?
Did it in my bedroom,
Yeah, okay.
and then some DJs played it, some people liked it,
Yeah.
but then someone made a video for it and put it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then everyone started making a video just like that, copying it. Yeah.
Check the YouTube, you know. So many Harlem.
Millions.
Yeah, but I don't want to be known for just that one. You know?
Yeah.
So I try to work with Nick.
It's interesting, you know. So, what's the story about it?
I don't know.
You don't know
It's
yet?
still, the story's being written right now. We're writing the story. It seems like a familiar story, an indigenous culture that gets overshadowed by larger, more prevalent people and is now dwindling away and being forgotten. It's sad. The sounds came out really good. Really good. And I was really excited to get those sounds back to the studio.
Maybe putting a sine wave under that bass with the same MIDI notes might be good too.
Oh yeah, a little more low end.
It's called a record for a reason. Like, you're recording a moment in time in life, and that one split second could make you remember everything about the whole moment. And this trip was cool because we did so much so fast. And even today when we're sitting down listening to everything, it all came back to me, like the whole trip. It's cool. I love like printing memories like that.
Yo, some of those bells from the temple might be good. On each bar or something, you know?
Like a crash?
Maybe the higher ones, though, the ones with less attack. Yeah.
That is so sick.
These turned out really good.
Yeah. Right on the spot, it made me feel like a very certain way. That's like the ultimate for me, a sound that makes me like feel an emotion. That's why we like music, right? Because it makes you feel a certain way? I think so.
Can you give me those samples?
Yeah. Here.
Maybe I could cut some up in my headphones.
We were just messing around, listening to the sounds, and Nick pulled out this sound of someone trying to play one of those wind instruments. Is someone trying and failing to play an instrument?
If it's failure, it's probably me.
It wasn't working, so it's just like heavy breathing, you know? And then copy and paste a little bit, and then all of a sudden I started to hear kind of a cool little rhythm.
Yeah, maybe a compressor or something too might help it.
And then it became the center of that track we were making.
You can fuck with it more, Baauerize it.
The inspiration and sound from this trip is helping me shape my new album. How I learned how to make music and develop my style was all pulling sounds from the internet and manipulating them on the laptop. Everything in the box. For the first time, I got to get outside and find sounds and record them. In that way, it completely changed the way I make music.
That was awesome.
I've just seen him become a little more fearless and willing to try things and become a little more vulnerable is what I've seen. I admire that in him.
You have a talent.
Travel broadens the mind. Doing stuff like that, getting out of your comfort zone, going somewhere a little different, meeting different people.
It's incredibly enriching. Thank you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Harry's so talented, and the world doesn't know. They know he made one of the biggest songs, but they don't know the balance of his talent. It's gonna be cool when he lets it out. People are like, whoa, this kid's actually incredible.
I'm gonna keep exploring new sounds to use and keep challenging myself with new kinds of music. I'm always gonna be trying different weird things.
What you know about the camel toe, though? I want to try to get a selfie with one of these guys.
Do you practice on the treadmill backwards?